Every family business carries a story, a legacy built not just on numbers, but on sweat, sacrifice, and dreams passed down through generations. But today, many of these businesses aren't seen as legacies anymore. They're being hunted by private equity firms that sniff opportunity faster than anyone else, drawn to the unique power and potential packed inside these companies. And if you're leading one of these family businesses, this is not just a passing trend you can ignore. It's the very fight for control, identity, and survival happening right now, maybe even in your own backyard. It's brutal and it's personal. Private equity comes in armed with cash, cold, calculated, and relentless. They see family businesses as sources to squeeze value from, as assets waiting for their turn to be broken down, repackaged, and flipped for profit. They're not interested in your stories, your culture, or your years of careful nurture. Their focus is quick returns, ruthless efficiency, and rapid growth fueled by pressure, and sometimes sheer force. And here's the bite. Many family-run companies feel stuck. They know they have the potential to grow beyond what they are, but the old structures, the weight of tradition, the internal politics and fractured leadership slow them down, let doubts creep in, and sometimes almost freeze them in time. The pressure builds. Succession becomes a nightmare. You watch the younger generation either leave, lose interest, or clash with the older one. The family fights over the business intensify. Insecurity creeps in. Who will take over? How do we remain relevant? How do we protect what's ours? You're caught in a vice of wanting to honor the past, but also needing to break free, adapt, innovate, and keep the business from being swallowed whole by bigger, faster players. And private equity knows this pressure too well. They strike precisely when the fault lines are most exposed. But here's where the real pain hits. Family businesses inherently carry something private equity firms can't easily quantify or replace: heart, a unique culture, a deep understanding of customers, and a long-term mindset. Still, paradoxically, this precious uniqueness is often what makes family businesses vulnerable because it clashes with how private equity sees value: fast exits, sharp margins, and a business stripped to its DNA for short-term gain. It's a tension so intense it can feel like a war inside your own company. But knowing the enemy doesn't mean surrendering. It means understanding fully what's actually at stake and seizing control before it slips away. Here's the brutal truth. If family businesses want to stop being hunted, they have to become transformation machines, not relics stuck in the past. That means tearing down old mindsets, that family loyalty automatically equals leadership continuity. It means embracing professional management not as an enemy, but as an ally. It means creating structures that harness the power of the family's story and values, but couple that with clear modern governance, effective performance metrics, and real accountability. This is not about selling out values for money. It's about rewriting the rules so your values become your company's competitive edge, not a liability. It's about making the business bulletproof from reckless outside predators by making it more transparent, more innovative, and above all, radically aligned from top to bottom. And for the leaders, the founders, the heirs, this is your fight to claim your sovereignty back. The raw, honest kind of leadership that demands not just to own the business, but to own its future with ruthless clarity and fierce independence. Inside every family business, there's a treasure trove of data, stories, and relationships that private equity could never really replicate. But to unlock that treasure, you must stop feeling trapped by the old ways. You must start being impatient with comfort and complacency. Track where growth is hiding. Maybe it's in new markets, new products, or digital transformation. Invest in your people like your life depends on it, because it does. Teach the next generation not just to inherit a title, but to lead with adaptive intelligence and courage. They must be ready to question tradition, not to destroy it, but to build on it in ways no one else can imagine. Here's a secret most won't say out loud. Many family businesses are walking gold mines waiting to be unleashed. The problem? They let fear, inertia, and a toxic respect for how things have always been done keep them from upgrading their entire game. Private equity profits by exploiting this hesitation. They cherry-pick companies caught between generations, stuck in legacy thinking, desperate for liquidity, but afraid of losing control. But control doesn't come from clinging to the past. It comes from sharply redesigning the present and the future. From building a leadership that can handle change without losing the soul. To flip the script, family businesses must master 3 insanely powerful moves. First, professionalize governance, but keep the family deeply embedded in it. Don't just have family on the board. Have family who bring real value, who push progress. Second, go all in on transparency. Set clear KPIs everyone owns, family and executives, because without data telling the real story, you're flying blind into the hands of predators. Third, craft a succession roadmap that's a living, breathing plan, not a hope and prayer. Make the next generation ready by giving them real stakes, real responsibilities, and real development paths. Don't wait for the old guard to step aside on their timetable. Make transition inevitable and controlled. When family businesses do this, not just a little, but radically, they become magnets for the right kind of investment. Not the kind that devours their soul, but the kind that fuels their evolution. The kind of capital that partners with the family to scale strengths, fix weaknesses, and win markets over decades, not quarters. Private equity, then, isn't a hunter, but a collaborator, a source of power rather than fear. For those watching who feel the fire inside you, you know the world is shifting and the old ways won't cut it anymore. This goes beyond business. It's about freedom, identity, resilience. The freedom to craft a future on your own terms. The identity to know exactly who you are, no matter what noise comes from outside. The resilience not just to survive predators, but to thrive because you chose who wins in your story. The fight to keep your family business yours is a fight to unleash the true power hidden inside it and inside you. It demands facing uncomfortable truths, losing the safety of sameness, and daring to become more than what the system expects. But the payoff? A legacy not just preserved, but forged anew. Sharp, strong, and unstoppable. This moment in time might feel like threat, but it's also an invitation. To step up fiercely, to stop running from what's possible and lean into it. To refuse the trap of selling out or selling off because that's how it goes. It's an invitation to decide that your family business is not a target, but a force. A beacon for those who understand that progress doesn't come from comfort, but from the bold decisions made by the few who refuse to settle. So if the pressure is mounting, if the fights at the family table are keeping you awake at night, know this: you are not alone. And the answer is not hiding in fancy terms or quick fixes. It's in owning reality. Owning your story. Owning the future you and your family deserve with relentless clarity, radical honesty, and unbreakable will. Because if you don't shape this future, someone else will. And their future won't be yours. This fight is the defining battle for family businesses today. It's the line between fading away quietly or exploding forward into something far greater. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the time couldn't be now. Every moment wasted is a moment lost to the hunters circling your legacy. But every moment seized is a moment where your family business reclaims its power, not just to survive, but to redefine what's possible for generations to come. The choice isn't easy, but it's yours.